Let me paint the picture for you. Today in Sacramento, Homeland Security is pushing to keep a truck driver tied to a fatal Highway 99 crash behind bars.
Hi, I'm Leah.
And I'm Garrett. Welcome to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett right here in Sacramento. All right, let's set the stage for this one. First up, Homeland Security has asked California to keep Manveer Singh in jail. He's the truck driver accused in a fatal Highway 99 crash near Lodi that killed 2 people. Singh faces allegations of vehicular manslaughter, which in simple terms is causing someone's death while driving recklessly or unlawfully and hit and run. The California Highway Patrol arrested him on May 19th. Federal officials say he entered the United States without authorization in 2023 in Arizona. Here's the key legal piece. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, filed what's called a detainer. That's a request to the local jail to notify ICE before release, and in some cases to hold the person a bit longer, so federal authorities can take custody. This is sparking fresh debate about who can hold a commercial driver's license, or CDL, and some are calling for federal rules that limit CDLs to legal residents. It's a fast-moving situation that blends public safety, immigration rules, and, honestly, the day-to-day realities of transportation on our highways.
Let's unpack this. It's really concerning from a public safety standpoint. A CDL lets you operate very large, very heavy vehicles. When something goes wrong, the consequences can be severe. Why would ICE step in with detainer if there are already felony charges here?
Good question. The short version is, state charges and custody can change quickly, like if bail is set or charges shift. The detainer is a backstop, so federal authorities can pick him up if he would otherwise walk out of county custody. It keeps the handoff orderly across agencies. That said, the process still has to play out in court. Allegations aren't convictions. And yeah, the policy piece about CDL eligibility is probably headed for more discussion in D.C.
Okay, let's move on. Next up, a tough loss in the sports world. NASCAR legend Kyle Busch has died at 41 after a severe illness. For anyone newer to racing, Busch was a superstar driver, the all-time winningest competitor across NASCAR's National Series below the Cup level, which means he stacked victories in the Xfinity and Truck Series. He had a fierce, sometimes polarizing competitive style, and his fans, Rowdy Nation, were famously devoted. His influence rewired parts of the sport. NASCAR changed rules at least twice because of how early and how effectively he competed. For example, years back, his early participation helped prompt minimum age limits. He started racing at 13 in the late 90s, which is wild. He's survived by his wife, Samantha, and their 2 children. Beyond the records, he mentored up-and-coming drivers, so his legacy is going to be visible on track for years.
Yeah, that hits different. Kyle Busch was one of those drivers who made you feel something every lap, love him or not. The void here is huge. He shaped how teams strategize, how fans tune in, and honestly, how young drivers think about risk and pace. That's pretty cool, right? That a single competitor could push a whole sport to evolve. Rowdy Nation's going to be processing this for a long time. All right, let's roll on. Sacramento's alcohol ban along the American River is back for Memorial Day weekend. It's in its 20th year. From Hazel Avenue down to Discovery Park, no alcohol, open or unopened, from Saturday through Monday. Officials say the ban has cut down on fights, dangerous stunts, and those risky river rescues that strain first responders. County park rangers and sheriff's deputies will be out enforcing. If you remember 2012's Rafting Gone Wild, that was the peak of rowdy. Thousands turned up, and there were more than 24 arrests. Since then, the vibes shifted more family-friendly. And fun fact with a wink, the ban turning 20 means it's almost old enough to drink itself.
I'm with you on the safety side. Water plus heat plus alcohol is a risky mix. The rule's simple, and honestly, it works. If you're heading out, pack water, sunscreen, and patience. And if someone asks what a patrol is doing, quick definition, they're there to prevent problems before they start, not just hand out citations. Real talk, it's kept the river more relaxed for families and, people who just want a peaceful float. Switching gears just a little. Construction on El Dorado County's Mosquito Bridge kicks off May 30th and runs through August 7th. Delays are expected. If you're picturing it, that's the bridge corridor folks use to move between rural communities and services, and the county is putting in new drainage and other upgrades. Quick translation of infrastructure: the basic stuff that makes travel work: roads, bridges, stormwater flow. Traffic will divert to Rock Creek Road with stops of 5 to 10 minutes, but delays could reach 20 minutes. The project price tag is about $93 million, funded by the Federal Highway Bridge Program, money dedicated to fixing bridges, and by SMUD, the Sacramento Municipal Utility District, our local public power utility. Emergency crews will have access after hours, which is good to know.
Yeah, delays are a pain, not gonna lie, but safer and smoother beats potholes and sketchy runoff. Drainage, by the way, is the system that moves rainwater off the road so you don't hydroplane. Short-term slowdowns for long-term safety. I can get behind that idea. If you commute that way, leave early, download a map offline, and maybe cue a good playlist. Let's keep it moving. Last up, something delicious. Wild California king salmon is back on menus after a 3-year hiatus. That's the buttery, rich, cold water fish our local chefs love. It's returning thanks to better spawning conditions. That's the fish reproduction season, and careful regulatory closures, meaning the government paused fishing to protect the population until it rebounded. Local fishermen like Anthony Ferrari and his father, Lou, commercial anglers out of California, are already landing fish. Restaurants such as Mulvaney's B&L here in Sacramento and Husick's by Forrester out in the Delta are planning seasonal dishes. Pro tip, it's fleeting. Think weeks, not months. On open days, a boat might catch up to around 160 fish, but that window opens and closes by rule to keep stocks healthy.
That's a story worth telling. It's a win for the ecosystem and for local kitchens. If you see wild king salmon on a menu, that label means it's the wild-caught species we're talking about, not farmed. The comeback says the river flows and protections did their job. And yeah, I'm already thinking cedar plank lemon and a side of spring veggies. Can you believe that's even a thing after 3 quiet years? That's all for today on Laid Back Local, the news of the day, with Leah and Garrett in Sacramento.
Stay safe, have a great day, and join us again tomorrow.